I'm always looking for different places to start my videos from, and here we are this morning at Manyonyo. As you can see, I've just travelled along the dual carriageway from Kajansi, and I'm going to take a left and head into town on a different road this time. This is my usual lazy Sunday morning sunny bimble into Kampala. What's on the menu today? Well, certainly coffee, a few new roads to discover, and maybe a few surprises on the way. I've got a couple of guys on my right hand side. I'm not sure if they're going to go straight or... oh, they're going to go right. Oh, careful. Anyway, here we are on Lukuli Road. It's a lovely area, and even though the road surface is great, there's something about this road that really winds me up, and it's to do with the rumble strips there. That was 4, I think, then followed by the speed hump, and then followed by another 4 rumble strips, followed by another 2 rumble strips. And this pattern just keeps going and going for the whole length of this road all the way into central Kampala. So you can see why I don't take it that often. But there's an interesting thing I'd like to show you just along this road here. And I only discovered it a couple of months ago just by accident. I looked on Google Maps and then I asked my wife a little bit about it. And there's quite an unassuming, when I say unassuming, it's beautiful. The wall is great, it has bougainvillea growing over, and here it is, quite unassuming. But as I get round the corner, I notice there is a crest on the gate. And apparently, this is Manyonyo Palace. So if you know a little bit about Uganda, you'll know that we have a president here, of course very famous for being one of the longest serving presidents anywhere in Africa, possibly the world. But also there are tribal kings which are established within the country, and that resident, the palace there, is the town home, if you like, or the town residence of the King of Toro. Now Toro is an area in the west around Fort Portal area. I think his main palace is there, so that's his town residence there. So if you're watching this and you are a YouTuber yourself, you'll understand that we try and make our videos in advance, and my season 2, which came out in January, was actually recorded in December. I always like to get ahead of the game if I can, but January has been a little bit of a strange month. And if you're keeping your eye on the side of the road, you'll notice during this video there are many thousands of posters. It's been the elections and presidential elections, and even today when I'm editing this video, it's mayoral elections in Entebbe, the area where I live. So my wife said to me that she probably wouldn't advise that I go into Kampala during the month of January, which I took her advice. The politics of this country, which is not what this YouTube channel is all about, is very interesting to watch from a Brit's point of view, and yeah, let's just say it was best to stay away during this time. So stay away we did, and we booked a couple of flights to Dubai, not because of the elections and we wanted to get away from the chaos at the time, but it was actually our 10th wedding anniversary, and we flew to Dubai and celebrated our anniversary in the country, we were married. So it was another reason for not making YouTube videos during that time. But January is almost over now, and the internet is back up and running as normal after the elections, so let's get back out there and make those videos and discover some of those new parts of Uganda that I haven't discovered yet for 2026. I don't know whether you noticed a few seconds ago we passed a man on a bicycle who was carrying trays of eggs on the rear rack. Now this one is for the motorcyclists out there who watch my channel. Have you ever tried to carry eggs while riding your motorcycle? I must admit I have. The first time was a total disaster, and the second time I got the hang of it, and here's why. The first time, and this is good advice I hope, never carry eggs in your back box, especially if you're going over roads like this with rumble strips and speed humps. So I always carry my eggs in my shoulder bag. Try it yourself, see how smooth your riding is. So we've turned on to Gogonia Road now, and as you can see from what the ladies are wearing on their head, we've turned into an area which is quite concentrated Ethiopian and Eritrean area. Migration, of course, is a hot topic worldwide at the moment, but it's interesting to note that Uganda actually take in some of the highest percentage of migrants within the African continent. So whatever your views on migration are, it's interesting to note that Uganda is leading the way. Just passing on the left here now is the headquarters for an NGO called Brass for Africa, which is very famous in UK as it was founded by a guy called Jim Trott, who was a British Airways pilot that used to fly from Heathrow to Uganda in those days when it was a direct flight. And he was a musician himself, played in local brass band in Surrey, I think, somewhere. And he managed to persuade over the years many brass bands in the UK to donate their instruments and their music. And I've been privileged myself to actually call in there and give up some of my music encyclopedias and music books to further the cause. So, Brass for Africa. Why not check them out if you've got a couple of minutes to spare? I actually quite like discovering these back roads into town, and my wife, Mrs. Brass Birdie, if you like, is always saying to me, you've only got to go somewhere once and you remember that route again forever. And it's actually something I'm quite proud of, and before you know it, we've cut right through to Arena Mall ahead of us now, and back on familiar territory, but those back roads were certainly interesting. So my coffee appointment for today is in an area called Kololo, and this is Mukwano Road. Thinking I've got a easy way through now until I suddenly hit a road closure sign. Now there was no warning about this one at all. It says road ahead closed. Yeah, thanks for that. So what I'm going to do is a U-turn, and I think my instincts are telling me to follow the cars ahead, and they should know the cut through to the other side of the roadworks. So here we go. There's a guy ahead on a boda boda. Looks like he's carrying sticks, but the closer you get, you realise that he's actually carrying sugarcane. So that's going to be my unusual things to carry on a motorbike winner for today. So the unmarked diversions have brought us back to where I thought we would come, and this guy in the Mercedes, the white Mercedes I had, is certainly helping out here. But look off to the left and see these really dangerous culverts, the drainage in the side of the road. You don't want to fall into those at any time, and I've seen so many cars with their front near side tyres stuck inside, and even worse, boda boda guys have actually fallen inside those. They are quite dangerous. So over the railway crossing, and we're heading now towards the Ginger Road junction. We're going to take a right, and then we'll be in the Kololo area. This is always an amusing junction for me. Everybody seems to ignore the traffic lights, and the policemen don't seem to care. But it's Sunday morning, it's not so busy. Just while I'm waiting at the lights, and well, we seem to be off now, I want to give out a quick shout out to Adoy Peter. This one may be more for the local viewers, Ugandan viewers that have watched this channel. He's a local guy. He's riding a 150cc Chinese motorbike, and he's going up country. His videos are worth the watch. And Adoy Peter, check out his YouTube channel. I'm turning left now onto Wampiro Road, and I see the sad sight. That is a reminder that the elections are over. When they'll clear this up. Anyway, we're heading up towards the Kololo airstrip, which is now a showground. This was the area of the main event for the elections. I'm just turning in now, but I don't think I want to stay. There's too many soldiers around. That might be a little bit risky, so I'll head up the road. And you can see over the wall in just a second that the army presence is still in Kampala, despite the elections are over. There's rumours of a little bit of unrest still. But just 100 metres to go now, and we'll reach our destination for Koffee. And I think I'm just about ready for this now. Right, here we are once again at Great Lakes Coffee Roastery. Let's go and grab a coffee. Good morning, how are you? Could I have a small Americano, please?
Americano?
Yes, please.
All right.
Let's have a look. I'll take this muffin as well, please. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'll have outside. Okay, thank you. Morning. So there's a bit of a church thing going on next door, as you can hear. Sometimes these things go on all night. Hi. That's great. Thank you very much. I can always rely on you being open early on a Sunday.
Oh, really? We're always open at 7.
It's 7, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Anything else?
Nope, that's fine. Thank you very much. So just a coffee and a muffin this morning, and we'll be on our way. So there are 2 or 3 roads in the Kololo area which are of interest to me. The first one on the right is York Terrace. So that's a throwback to the British times. And a little bit further up on the right, we're going to turn into Prince Charles Drive. Interesting. And immediately on the left after that is Elizabeth Avenue. Very interesting that that's named after British royalty. This morning, however, I'm going to check out Prince Charles Drive, and there's a couple of interesting buildings here. This is a huge area for embassies and NGO headquarters. Here's the Netherlands Embassy. And we're going to meet up with the top end of York Terrace again in just a second. But the building that really surprised me the most was coming up on the left, and I never knew it was here, was the residence and command post of the previous and infamous President Idi Amin. Very unassuming now, of course, but You can only imagine how different this quiet road would have been back then. So join me next time as we continue our journey back from the Kololo hills, taking more new routes back into town, thinking my right turn was actually going to be a wrong turn, but luckily making a quick recovery just in time. Getting back on track once again before finally having another conversation about electric motorcycles.
Next I take Philly. Next I take it 1.5.
It's not necessary that you
But
should
it's not
use
in 80.
This is Bluebird Adventures. I'm a Brit living in Uganda. See you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.